Let's get into the Bitcoin chart. We got Bitcoin is been dumping for a couple of days. 21,508, down from its local high of 24,234. And it seems like it's breaking this critical support level. So if we close this candle below the support, we have a price target of 19,613. And that means that the 11K in prey is going to come back out of the woodwork after everyone, including myself, said that the bottom's in. I'm going to stick to my guns and say the bottom's in, even if it goes back to 19,613. But if I'd be lying if I'd say I wouldn't be a little bit nervous if it goes down that low. But we'll see if it holds the support or not. That would be very interesting if there's a new all-time low. That means that the 4-year cycle is broken. I mean, then we have to maybe find a new blueprint for taking profit and, navigating the market cycle, because the 4-year cycle has really been so solid. But we will adapt. But I think it's still intact. I think the bottom's in. But what do you guys think? This looks like a bottom, right? This looks like a bottom. What do you guys think? You guys think we're going to break below this and retest these lower levels? See, we could even retest the bottom of this channel, right? We could retest this channel, right? And we're still very far from 11K. 11K is a very long way down. I don't know, man. It sounds a little too much for me, but we'll see. What do you guys think? And the thing that is really important and that everyone's talking about, especially on like Bitcoin Twitter, is from Benjamin Cowan, which is the death cross. It's like, and there it is, the first weekly death cross for BTC. Yeah, so my take on this is, if these indicators are useful and should be something that we take into consideration, shouldn't the death cross have came in at 68,000, or let's say even here? But it already came down after it dropped 79, 80%. That's when we see the death cross. That seems like it's not a death cross. That, to me, seems like a golden cross. The golden cross and the death cross. I mean, once you drop that much and these flip, that should mean that we're consolidating and we're going to, maybe even start going back up a little bit. Because I remember the first death cross was like over here or something. And that's when it made new all-time highs. And everyone was talking about the death cross. The death cross. But that doesn't mean it's necessarily a reverse indicator. I don't like the idea of reverse indicators, but there's no indicators. There's no reverse indicators. But the last time there was a death cross, it was maybe a month away from starting to head up to new all-time highs. I don't like indicators. If indicators worked, you'd only need one. So the proof that there are many all contradicting each other is a testament to the fact that indicators are nonsense. And I'm not even, not even hating, bro. I mean, I'm hating a little bit, but if there was an indicator that was reliable and could predict future market directions, future market swings, it would be worth thousands of dollars to me. It would be worth millions. If anybody could predict future market price performance consistently, that's priceless. You would pay $1 million a year for that. People spend $25,000 a year on the Bloomberg terminal, which is not even an indicator. It's just helpful for research and whatever. And they still underperform the S&P 500. All these institutions underperform the S&P 500 with the Bloomberg terminal and all their research and development and salaries and things like that. So if there's one thing to say about that, it's that there is no indicator that's reliable. And the only use of indicators is to take your money. The only reliable use of indicators like the Larson line, like the Into the Cryptoverse stuff, is they have use case and they are very reliable for taking your money, for charging you, what is it, like $500 a month or something, $250 a month. Very good. Those indicators work very, very well. But as for being able to predict future markets, they don't work. And then even if they did work, once everybody knows about it, you know, the market gets disrupted and people start front running, and then everything is out of whack, and it's just a completely different terrain. It's a completely different market, and it can't be reliable anymore. But that's that for the death cross. The death cross is a bunch of nonsense. I'd call it a golden cross. I'd go as far to say is that it is a golden cross. But yeah, then we got the hex price. Actually, don't quote me on it. It's a golden cross. It means nothing. I think we're closer to the bottom than, from to the top, which means that it's closer to a golden cross if we haven't bottomed already. And frankly, if the death cross was reliable, it should have been here 6 months ago or 10 months ago, whatever, when Bitcoin was in the 50s and 60s. But it wasn't.